Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and this is Expedition 3 Pages. If you watched the introduction to this game, then you will know that my very first pick was Love in Winter Wonderland by Abiola Bello. I actually listened to it on audiobook. It was on Scribd, which is now called Everend. And the two narrators were Ben Bailey-Smith and Aneka Okoye. And both of them were really good narrators, actually. I think they did a really good job. This book is a YA Christmas romance novel. And I wanted to caveat my review just by saying that I'm not really the target audience for this book because it's a YA novel and the characters are 17, which, just means that I can't relate to them maybe in the same way as I could when I was 17. I definitely would have been able to relate to them a lot more had I read it at 17. And the other thing about me is that I don't really like romance. So yeah, but having said all of that, I did actually have quite a nice time with this one. In this book you follow Trey and Ariel, and Trey and his family own a bookshop called Wonderland in Hackney, so in London. And they've hit upon some hard times. They're in quite a bit of debt, or they need to pay some bills. They're not really getting many customers in, and it's nearly Christmas and the Christmas rush hasn't picked up and they're really worried. There's a Books, which is like a cheap bookstore, has opened up just down the road and it's really impacted on their customers. Then you have Ariel, who is this young girl who is really good at art, and she's very desperate to get into this particular art school, but it's going to cost a lot of money if she doesn't manage to get a scholarship. And so she makes the decision to try and get a Christmas job to make some money in order to pay for this art school if she manages to get in. And so she approaches the bookshop to see if they need any people. And the story kind of goes from there, where Trey and Ariel are trying to save the bookshop. They do actually already know each other. They kind of know each other from college. And Trey's very popular kid and Ariel isn't. I would say that my favourite things about the novel were actually them brainstorming ways to get people interested in the bookshop and how they campaigned to make money for the bookshop. The whole romance story of it I was a little bit less interested in, but I do think when I was 17 or younger, like 15, 16, 17, that kind of age, I think I would have loved it. To be honest, I really do think I would have liked it a lot. One of the things I really liked about it actually was that at the start of each chapter there was a different Christmas song on either Trey or Ariel's playlists, and I had a little look on Spotify and someone has made it, well, presumably the author or the publishers or whoever have made the playlist on Spotify. So yeah, they're all Christmas songs, and I do think I'll put it on and have a listen to that over the Christmas period because I think that's just such a nice touch. I definitely would have put it on while I was reading the book if I hadn't been listening to it, but I can't really listen to music and listen to the audiobook at the same time, especially if there's lyrics in the songs, so I didn't do it, but I will put it on over this Christmas period and have a little listen to the songs because, yeah, they sounded really good. So yeah, book number 1 I would say was a success. I don't know what star rating I would give it, maybe a 3.5 star rating, but yeah, overall I had a nice time with it. I also pulled a challenge from the first box as well, and the challenge was to bake a Christmas tree, and so I did do that. I'll put some B-roll in now so you can see, but essentially I bought this packet from Sainsbury's that was just gonna make 6 biscuits, and they supply the icing, and I don't know, it's very simple, your normal go-to biscuit box, because I'm not a baker, I'm not a cook, I get a lot of anxiety over this stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best time doing it because I didn't have a piping bag, and so I had to basically try and pipe by not piping, and it got really messy and I was getting frustrated with it, and I didn't have any flour, so I couldn't roll out the dough properly without it sticking everywhere. And yeah, so it didn't go that well, and they don't look that great, but I think I did the best I could given the circumstances, and actually it does taste alright. So yeah, that was my bake a Christmas tree. If there's another challenge like that though, like if there's another bake a Christmas tree, like I'm gonna have to come up with something else because it wasn't that enjoyable to do without all the equipment. So yeah, anyway, definitely Christmas vibes for the first box, and I'm ready to pull the second box. Before I do that though, I did just want to mention that one of the books in this book bingo thing is The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett, and I asked on Instagram the other day if I need to read the actual appeal. Because it's called The Christmas Appeal, it suddenly occurred to me that maybe it's going to be linked to The Appeal by Janice Hallett. Marlene replied to me and said that it would probably be more enjoyable for me if I do read The Appeal before reading this one. So I've started it, basically. I'm 50 pages in, and I'm going to try and read it just a little bit every day and hope that this doesn't come out until I've finished it. Because if I pull this up now, then I'm going to have to try and rush reading The Appeal, and it's going to slow me down because I'm obviously trying to read 25 books in the month of December, and it's already December 3rd. So yeah, I am hoping that this doesn't come out today, and I've still got a bit more time. The Appeal is a really, really quick read though, so if it does come out, then I'm just going to have to put the foot on the gas and try and do it quickly, read it quickly. Okay, so I've got my trusty little bag here, and I'm going to pull the next number. So let's see what we get. Very excited. I can see my battery's flashing, and I really hope, maybe I should change it before I pull. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, and we're back. Let's pull from here and see what we get. I really hope it's not the Christmas Appeal. Please. And I don't mind if it's not a Christmas book this time, because it'll be nice to spread them out. Right, I've got one. I've got one. Let's see what this is. Oh dear, I can't even open the paper. What's wrong with me? There we go. 18. 18. Where is 18? Let's find it. Oh, this one. Okay. Not really helping me with any kind of bingo yet, but it's early days. Okay, so here we go. We have box number 18, and there is another present. Do the present in a sec. And here is the book that we've got. So let's have a look at what it is. Does that say the Christmas Appeal? Better not. Whoop, I actually can't read that. Come on. Oh, Felix Ever After. Oh yay, this is actually on my 40 by 40 list, so this is very helpful for me, and it's another YA, so hopefully very quick. Okay, so I'll put the picture up here, but essentially I'm going to listen to this again, so another audiobook, which is handy, and it's on Everend, the same as Love in Winter Wonderland. So this is Felix Ever After, and it is by Kaysen Callender. And this version that I'm going to listen to is narrated by Logan Rozos. So I'm not going to look too deeply into what it's into, but it essentially says, just at the beginning of the blurb, from award-winning author Kaysen Callender comes a revolutionary YA novel about a transgendered teen grappling with identity and self-discovery while falling in love for the first time. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the challenge is this time. Oh, that came undone really quick. Oop. Oh, okay. This is, oh, I feel like this is going to really take some thinking. This is Christmas Bookish Craft. Bookish Christmas, no. Christmas Bookish Craft. I don't know why it was so hard for me to say any of that. So yeah, what am I going to make? I don't know what I'm going to make. Okay, all right. I have to think about what I'm going to do for this. I have no idea. Let's put this back so we can see where we're at. Nowhere near a bingo, but that's okay. I'm glad I'm on the second one. Hey guys, it is now technically the 6th of December because midnight has been passed. That was a weird way to say it. But technically it's like the end of the 5th of December. And I've finished Felix Ever After. But I'm not going to talk about it right now because it's literally midnight. I've just finished it. You're not going to get any coherent thoughts out of me. But I did want to pick my next book because I want to know what I'm reading next, in case I can get it on audio and then I can listen to it on the way to work tomorrow. Aside from reading Felix Ever After, I did also get a challenge to do a bookish craft, and I did that this evening while finishing the end of the audiobook, and I made a bookmark of The Grinch. I mean, it's a very flimsy bookmark, but it's still a bookmark. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. His hat comes off. So, you know, if he's not in the Christmas spirit, I can take the hat off. But yeah, I think it worked out pretty well, actually. I'm quite pleased with it. So you can have him, like, poking out of the book, staring at you. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that, how that went. And I had a good time making it. So yeah, completed the challenge, completed the book. So let's pick the next one. Okay, I've got my bag. I don't really know what I'm hoping for. It's still too early in the month for me to know what I'm going for. So yeah. Kind of hoping it's a physical book though, because I haven't read a physical book for ages. So yeah, that's what I want. Okay, this is the one I'm gonna go for. Let's do that back up and see what number this is. Gosh, I'm so tired, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's a lower one, number 6. Okay, where is number 6? Oh, it's here. So it is in line with this one. So we may be onto the winning first line. Ooh. Ah, there's another challenge in here as well. Can you see inside? So let's find out what the book is first. Very exciting. Okay. Is that the right way up? Nope. Ooh. What does that say? Oh, it's a short story, but it is physical. So it's Silver Lady and the 40-ish Man. So Silver Lady and the 40-ish Man, is that what it's called? That sounds like a weird name. I don't know if it's because I'm so tired. That is what it's called. Anyway, it's in this short story collection. So this book includes 3 stories set in the realm of the Elderlings world written by Robin Hobb. And the rest of the short stories are written by her other author name, which is Megan Lindholm. And I haven't read any books by Megan Lindholm before, like the books she's written as Megan Lindholm. So I'm excited to give it a go, because if you don't know, Robin Hobb is my favourite author. So yeah, I'm excited to read this story and find out. Yeah, I hope I like it. I hope I like it. So this actually shouldn't take me too long to do. I should hopefully get it done tomorrow at some point after work, hopefully. But before I go to bed, I'm going to find out what the challenge is. So I had loads of these challenges. They're not in every box, but they've been in every box so far that we've picked. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. This one is gift someone a book. Huh. Okay, that's a nice prompt. Gift someone a book. Okay, so in my next clip, I will tell you how I'm going to do that, or who I'm going to gift a book to. Jumping back on for 2 seconds just to put the box back. Yeah. Hey guys, it is now a little after 8 on the 6th of December, so 8 in the afternoon. And I have finished my 3rd read, which is very exciting. It was a short story, so that was bound to happen. But first I want to quickly speak to you about Felix Ever After. So this is a book by Casa Calendar, and I listened to it on audio on Everend, and it was read by Logan Rosas. This book follows 17-year-old Felix, who is a trans boy. I'm going to say boy because he's 17 in the book, so almost a man. But you're following Felix, and Felix goes to this art school, and he's very, very desperate to get into Brown, which is a prestigious university, I guess, maybe in the United States. So at the heart of it, the story really is about Felix wanting to understand himself better and also wanting to fall in love for the first time. Because to him, it feels like everyone at college all are in relationships and everything's happening for everyone else, and nothing's really happening for him. Something happens to him that's awful, and I won't tell you what it is, but it's really bad. The thing is he wants to find out the person who did it. He already has an idea of who it may be, and he has 100% gone all in to get his revenge on that person. And this was my problem, I guess, was that I didn't like the way he was going to try and get his revenge. It was really mean. His plan is really, really mean, and I couldn't really get behind Felix in that, and I kind of wanted to just sit him down and be like, no, look into this a bit more, like think about things a bit more. And I did struggle a little bit with the start of this book because Felix's character was very negative, very down on themselves, very down on the situation that they were in and his family life. He did have reason to be upset, but it was this kind of inner anger that really shone through about the world and about how he's been treated in the past and now. And I guess this anger fueled him to come up with his diabolical plan. Anyway, so that I kind of struggled with because I felt like maybe the wrong choices were being made at the start of the book. And then about the halfway mark, I really started to enjoy it. I was definitely rooting for things to happen and, things not to happen and stuff like that. And I definitely got really into it. At the end, my enjoyment dipped a little bit down. But for the most part, for the second half of the book, I did really enjoy listening to it. So alongside the main story of following Felix and him trying to work out who has done this horrible thing to him and what else is going on with regards to that, there's also a lot of conversation in Felix kind of questioning his identity, and he took the step, I think it was at 12, to make the transition to become a boy. And at 17 now, he's starting to question his identity even more. So he's reaching out to people in the community, he's looking at stuff online and trying to work out what his identity is and how he can try and find, I guess it is kind of like a term that he can use where he feels a part of something and he can totally describe the way that he feels about himself and how he identifies with himself. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I really, really enjoyed those aspects of it for sure. I think much like Winter Wonderland, I think when I was the age that it was written for, I would have absolutely loved it. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it now, but I think when I was the right age that it's pitched for, I would have really enjoyed it even more. Yeah, so overall it was a good read. I don't know what I would give it as a star rating, maybe in 3.5 again, but yeah, something like that. So as you saw in my previous Really Tired clip, I did pick to read Silver Lady and the 40ish Man, which is one of the short stories in this Inheritance book, which is written by, I want to call her Robin Hobb, but also Megan Lindholm. I feel like Megan Lindholm is almost her real name, but I don't actually know what her real name is. I did look it up once, but I can't remember what it is. I did use my bookmark, so I was very happy with that. And yeah, guys, I'm not going to tell you what this short story is about, but I will tell you that I absolutely loved it. Like, I really, really enjoyed reading it. The way that Robin Hobb writes just brings a massive smile to my face. It really does. What I will tell you is that there was a little introduction before this short story where I'm going to use Megan Lindholm, where Megan Lindholm tells us that she wrote this short story in 1988 and she wrote it for her husband who was turning 40 that year. But one of the reasons that she kind of did that was because that her and her husband had a pact that he would never read any of her work. And she said that that was because when she's writing, she says inevitably you are writing about yourself when it comes down to it in the stories. And that sometimes she couldn't tell that she was writing about herself. But her husband would read her work and he would go, oh yeah, this story is about that situation. Oh yeah, that was really horrible, wasn't it? And she would be like, whoa, what? Obviously I'm paraphrasing what she said, but she kind of says that she really felt like he just kind of cracked it open a little bit too much for her. So they made a pact he wouldn't read any of her work. And so that is why she specifically wrote him a short story for his 40th birthday, so he could read it. So it feels very autobiographical because of that, maybe. You can really feel that there's in-jokes in there that we as readers aren't getting. I don't know when that introduction was written because I think this book was first published in 2011, but I'm really stressed for her husband that she doesn't let him read The Realm of the Elderlings. What? Is this true? Could he live and be married to Robin Hobb and never read The Realm of the Elderlings? And it also made me think, if everything in her stories kind of relates back to her life, what in The Realm of the Elderlings relates back to her life? That is a very nosy question. And one that I won't ever know the answer to, but it did make me wonder when I read that, I wonder what parts of her own life she's infused into The Realm of the Elderlings. So like I said before, I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but what I will say is that the way that she writes, I really feel like it takes a lot for me to be able to picture anything or to really get a good feel of what's happening. That sounds weird, but I think I've mentioned on my channel before, I struggle to see pictures in my mind. I can't really see things like other people can when they read, but something about the way that she writes just really gives me a very good impression of what is happening, a lot more than when I read other things. So it brings the story to life for me, basically, in a way that other writers sometimes I don't do for me. There are definitely other books that have done that as well, not just Robin Hobb books, but the way that she writes, she just has the ability to do that, which I really like, obviously, because it makes the story 10 times more enjoyable for me. So yeah, anyway, that was a success. So the other thing that we pulled out was the activity, and this time I had the challenge to buy someone a book. So what I wanted to do was to offer up to you guys, if you would like to, feel free to leave your Amazon wishlist down in the comment section below. And then next Friday, which will be Friday the 15th of December, on that day at some time during the day, my time, so GMT, UK time, I will buy someone a book. So I think if you would like to be in the running for that, then probably link down to your Amazon wishlist by Thursday. I am going to caveat it with it though to say that I can't spend a load of money, so I will have to pick and choose a little bit what I can buy. I will still do the random generator to randomly pick a comment, but I'm going to have to be a bit more selective with like who I can actually send books to, because I've tried to do this in the past and it hasn't let me send to some countries at all. Other countries, the fees go way up and I'm not able to do it because of that. But I will invite everybody to link down. If you have an Amazon wishlist and you would like to take part, then please do link it down and I will do my best to try and get a book to you if I pick your comment first. Otherwise, if for some reason I cannot buy you a book from that list, then I will have to move on to the next person. But on Friday, I will update the description of this video once I have chosen a book for somebody. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to buy one of you guys a book. So please do leave your links down below if you would like to. So time for pool number 4. So let's have a go. I feel nervous. I don't know why. Okay. Let's go with this one and see what number we get. Literally number 1. Number 1. That's kind of in focus. Okay, where is box number 1? Oh yes, it's in this line. Amazing. Oh, there's no challenge this time. Okay, so here we go. Box number 1. Let's find out what's in here. Let's put that down there. The Polar Express! I'm so happy that this has come out because I got it from the library and I was worried about having to give it back before it came out. So yeah, this is good news for me. Box number 1 is a dream. It's also really short, so I can probably finish it like in like 10 minutes. It's a children's like picture book thing. Okay, so let's put this back first and foremost. Oh my gosh, we've almost got a line. Here's hoping we get these guys next. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. So my next vlog I will be starting with the Polar Express and then continuing on to see if I can get a bingo anytime soon. So yeah, please do, like I said before, link down to your wish list if you would like to take part in the, I don't want to say giveaway, it's not really a giveaway, but just a random book buying gift purchase thing. I hope that everybody is doing well. I'd absolutely love to know if you've read any of the books that I've read, or have you read any of the short stories in here? Do you like Megan Lindholm's writing as well? I have high hopes for the rest of her stories, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.